Hey guys, Dave here. What I have here is Man of War from Simulations Canada. I don't know if this is the original packaging this came in. I got this at an auction. I think it was the RockCon auction a few years back. I paid like $5 for it or something. It's unpunched, so I figured why not. This is part of my wall of shame. My wall of shame is basically all the games I've bought over the years and just haven't had a chance to try yet. There's nothing wrong with any of these games that are in the wall of shame. It's just I got so many games I haven't had a chance to try them all yet, but one day I will try this. Anyhow, this says this is a game of fleet combat in the Age of Sail from 1775 to 1815. Let's read the blurb on the back. Says in the period ranging from the American Revolution to the final defeat of Napoleon, the square-rigged sailing warship was at the peak of its development in dozens of actions ranging from individual combats between opposing frigates to massive fleet actions involving the naval might of entire nations. The seas of every corner of the earth rang with cannon shot and flapping sail. But just on the horizon, the introduction of steam propulsion and iron casements was signaling an end to the reign of the towering ship of the line. This is a tactical study of this height of the Age of Sail. It uses 4-minute turns and 250-yard hexes. Counters representing individual ships cover the forces of England, France, Holland, Spain, and the United States. The game system concentrates on the ability to accurately depict fleet-level actions in a playable manner. Command combat maneuvers, sailing qualities, and crew training are covered in easy but realistic rules. Movement is sequential and impulse, thus requiring no record keeping. The scenarios cover the highlight sections of the period. Ushant, what does that say? Ushant, the glorious 1st of June, Cape St. Vincent, Camperdown, Trafalgar, and more. Designed by S. Newberg and art by J. Kula. So let's take a look inside. I'm no expert on naval warfare or the Age of Sail. I've played more than a few games of this period, but as far as like knowing the history behind it, I need to do more reading on this period, but I know a little bit. Let's see here. This was made in 1983 by Simulations Canada. It's talking about the game equipment, sequence of play here. Combat, boarding, and melee striking. And then it gets to the scenarios here. So how many pages do we have before we get to the scenarios? Let's take a look. Looks like this is probably a pretty simple rule set. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 pages of rules, and then you get to the scenarios. So this should be pretty easy to learn. Here's the tables. See what we got here. Striking table, combat results table, wind change, initial wind table, collision table, melee table. So it's got 2 tables, one for each player. That's a good idea, always a good idea. Oh, and it's got a broadside diagram there. Let's take a look at the other components. See the map here. The map, though it's a poster map, the material seems more rigid than the typical poster, so that's good. So it's just a C map. And on the top here, movement points in play, and then it tells you what the different things on the chits mean. That's good to have on the map. And it looks like a turn record track. So the map's alright. Also, it's got the compass points here, so you know which way north is and stuff. I would imagine that's probably for the wind. And let's see the counters. Let me zoom in on those a little bit. Yeah, so the counters are really basic. I'm sure they're functional, but printing on them's really small. Counters are a little small themselves, so I mean the game looks fine, just the counters could use a little improvement, but one day I'll try this, and when I do, I'll review it. Thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, please click like on the video and subscribe to this channel. Have a good evening.